What a final we have just getting started for the Vans US Open of Surfing. Kanoa Igarashi, local boy, now representing Japan on tour, is ready to go for his second consecutive title here at the Huntington Beach Pier. He's taking on a fired-up Griffin Colapinto from San Clemente. We've got some great support groups from both areas of the California coast, and this thing about to get started was really impressive. What a great result for Jorgen, also a great result for Jadson Andre. And finally, getting this one started, Griffin Colapinto gets the first wave of the final. First snap, clean off the lip. Little wrapping turn, and he'll just continue to fade. Just calming that mind, and now he's starting to look for a ramp. Tail whip into reverse, laying low for the completion.
Talk about that consistency. It's there all the time for both of these surfers in this final. Oh, easy, boys, easy.
And great to see the connection with Kanoa, with Japan, and also Huntington Beach. Let's check out the start, Pete.
Fuller tide. You're going to see these sections kind of slopey. Nice attack of it. So smooth, but see how I talked about the pace. You know, there's no hurrying here. There's plenty of time to set up the inside, and ultra consistent. Even on these tail whip slides, he's trying to showcase a little point of difference with those maneuvers. I mean, he's been putting the air reverse down on lock. That one there, a little bit more extended, trying to ride the nose a little bit. Again, trying to showcase a little more difficulty.
This event traditionally kind of dominated by surfers from the USA and also representing the Hawaiian region. It was kind of relatively rare through the 90s to have an international surfer take the top honors. As we look at Griffin, just blow tail, lays back on the inside corner, trying to sneak a major move to put a score right under that 8.0. I was thinking about the role of Shane Beshin. There was a lot of Rob Machado victories. For Rob, he won so many times, but they're really spread out. His last win, it was back in 2006. And then it sort of became an international field more recently with the Toledo runs, the Hiroto Ohara, Alejo Muniz. Watching live action. Big blast on the backhand of Colapinto. Gets the completion there.
Audible move to the inside shore break. It's going to pay off. There's a backup number for him. You know, sits on the inside, Kanoa on the outside. He has to hear the cheers coming from the beach. At this point, with 21 minutes, I would say no, but great work here by Griffin to be able to pick up two maneuvers on the inside section. I mean, there's the float, keeping that speed up, and then just blasting it on the backhand, getting the fin above the lip. The left's towards the pier. We've seen a lot of scores come from that exact wave. Griffin is definitely, well, in the other part today, Noah's chance.
This is what Huntington Beach has been waiting for. The defending US Open champ getting started. Kanoa Igarashi coming off the top. Nice first turn into a wrap. Nice comfortable start, similar to Griffin's on his 8.0. Now just trying to match the finish. Hard off the bottom, big section. All fins out and flexes out of that major move.
We've got a final. Oh, yes. I mean, and that was perfectly timed. I mean, right after you would have heard the crowd kind of get lifted, you know, it would have been very tough to sit for another 5-6 minutes on that outside waiting for a set. Executes. Nice size set wave. Much bigger than the wave we saw from Griffin. Straight up attack. Nice, beautiful rhythm and roundhouse cutback. Hits the foam. I mean, he's done that exact two-turn combo probably 365 times just this year. And then this electrifies the lip. You know, doesn't go too big, making sure that he completes it and tagging it, getting the fin so polished. You know, great flow. He always looks so good because he actually puts himself into the lip.
And Kanoa took it, ran with it, and doesn't hesitate to help them out every chance he gets. As we look at a setup climb, incomplete there for Kanoa. Like the idea there.
And you just see it was a battle. I mean, Griffin had priority, and he tried to get over to that corner, but that extra 10 feet for Kanoa got him in position.
It's that local knowledge that can pay off. Griffin Colapinto committing to this wave, using priority, looking to better a 5.83. Clean start, just setup work, already distracted by what Kanoa might be doing. And now into a solid wave that's doubling up, growing in size. Quick rip off the lip, off the bottom, tail blow to reverse.
Oh!
Can't hang on.
Bummer. Almost, you know, improvement on the 5.83. Probably, if if he pulls that off, you'd see a slight increase in the score line there. Almost opportunity. I mean, he paddled hard to get into it, so you figure it went into the deep water pretty quick. So the outside stuff, he saw him look over the shoulder just to see if there was a wave out the back. So he knew he had to go big on the inside section, and he saw the opportunity for 2 turns, which he got the first one. And the second one, he rotates out, but right there, the double up. Goes over, and when you do those rotations, your board, you're super far forward on it. And that's how you pull these moves off. See the front foot's there. He gets the rotation, but his front foot's so far forward, as soon as he goes into the steepness, stuffs the nose and goes down.
Looks like he's got another opportunity, Pete. Here he goes. Little racetrack up and out. The crowd just willing him to go for something massive. He's just pacing himself 13 minutes ago. It's blazing hot here in Huntington Beach. Seriously hot. On the beach, in the water, the surfing is incredible. And we're right around the corner of having all of our champions set here in 2018. What a final. Griffin Colapinto taking on Kanoa Igarashi. Kanoa defending his title in a solid way. Is up now. Needs a 6.24 to get the lead. Nice control of that rail through the flats. Now bowling up on the inside. He'll jam that finish.
What was that?
Wants to have the crowd.
Oh, come on. I want to hear you. I want to hear you. Look at that showman playing it up. That's exactly what he needs to do. He wants to get that crowd pumped up. You know, and that cheer, I mean, it's just a showman. He's here to play the game, and I love that Kanoa's doing it. But there was some outside work done as well. So let's see. He drops in. Look how he sets it up. He fades it. And that's Huntington Beach. You got to fade the maneuvers and find that little steep spot. He does it. That was not easy to do. And then this drives through it, keeps that rail going, and then tags it. And I love this. Yeah, let's hear it. Yeah, come on. I want to hear it. Turn it up. I want to hear it. Frames that maneuver.
Live action. Griffin Colapinto needs the answer. Nice light on his feet. Assing back and forth. It's already building. The kid from San Clemente floats it. Hard off the bottom. Blowtail reverse.
See the showman continue.
This is what it's all about. Back and forth battle. 2 of the best to come out of Southern California at the prime of their life, both with major goals. Kanoa trying to protect his home court, and Griffin trying to take this one back to San Clemente.
Here's the outside. Again, with that higher tide, it's not going to be steep, but see the flow, carries here nicely. Not overworking it. Not going to see any Huntington hop out of him. He's going to weave his way there. Finds a floater, but all the speed carried to this, and then the rotate around. See how the arms, it's almost like a figure skater. He gets himself so tight and spins, and that's why he pulls these off so easily. The spin is perfectly, you know, with the symmetry, everything. Watch again. Rotates, arms, curl around, swim around, and then once he's planted on the board, steers the board with that rail. That time he came out of it much quicker. So looking for the 6.53.
Favorite part about that wave was how he came off the float of the roof right into a rail transition to the blowtail reverse. Griffin's feeling it. Heading to the pier, under priority on his way back out. He'll redirect and have to eject quickly. So just playing around on his way back out, waiting for the last score to lock in, needing at least a 6.53 to go back in first. Be coming down to this. Just a quick move. Griffin doesn't have priority, and he's just starting to paddle. Crossing in front of him is Kanoa Igarashi. Kanoa needing a 7.41. First snap off the lip, flowing through the white water. Keeping his speed up on that sharp eye surfboard. Now he's starting to drive. A lot of board speed, looking for his section to hit. Tail high whip into reverse. Kanoa hangs on.
What a final!
All that energy coming from the depths of Kanoa Igarashi. Celebrating to the crowd. Remember, he needs a 7.41.
Oh, man. And that's, to me, that's a question mark. Did he get enough done on the outside? He sure did perform on the inside. Exactly what we wanted to see from him.
So it would have to be better than Griffin's previous run.
Okay, so what happens here, too, is that this wave gave him a midsection. He gets the 2 turns on the outside. Nothing super dynamic, but look at the flow, and then this middle part of the wave gave him some extra juice, and he waited till he got to the very end and then goes for the whip, pulls it down, disappears, little flare again, and look at that. I love it. You don't see that very often from Kanoa, but here at Huntington Beach, why not?
Love that version of his reverse. A bit different from Griffin's version on the 7.0, but just as exciting. What do you think about it?
Oh, yeah, well, he gets the nose pick. Again, beautiful work, though. But what I do like about this is that he rotates out much earlier, and then the fact that he kind of disappears here. But, again, this is a question about it. 7 basically needs a 7.5. You know, and the turns outside, not as critical as you probably would have liked.
The score is still in the judges' hands to make a decision on a champion. Before the heat closes, Griffin's going to count this wave. This will be the last wave of the U.S. Open. Still waiting for Kanoa's last, so Griffin's going to surf this wave like he needs to score. Off the bottom, tail whip, reverse, nose picks out of it. Giving one more wave for the fans and showing how incredible they are to compete here in small conditions here at the pier.
Are unbelievable. They really, truly are. What a final. We still don't even know who won. Here it is. The score's coming in for Kanoa.
Last number for the local boy from Huntington Beach, trying to go 2 in a row, comes in at an 8.17. Kanoa Igarashi goes back-to-back and wins the Vans U.S. Open title for 2 consecutive seasons, representing Huntington Beach. Leaving it down to the wire. Griffin, remember, had the one major move right at the tail end, left chasing a 7.78. So at the end of it, that score really mattered, Pete.
It was huge. It was everything, and he's feeling it now. We still have one score to come in for Griffin, the very last one, but it doesn't feel like it's quite going to be enough. The 7.78 is what's needed.
7.78 was the massive number. Griffin left it to that one last wave, one major move, and it was absolutely incredible. And it was a good thing he got a piece of it. It ends up coming up short, just a 6.63. And Kanoa Igarashi
now it's official.
Will get it. Now getting the news.
Wow.
Unbelievable connection with Huntington Beach. Joins that Simpo story as being a local that takes over for 2 consecutive seasons. I mean, once you've won this event, that's all you want to do.
Think he's stoked? Look at him. He is just out there enjoying it as he should. Back to back. Done only one time before this. Kanoa Igarashi dominating.
Unbelievable rhythm with this lineup at Huntington Beach. And what a great final. You always want the final to have a lot of opportunity to get them going back and forth. Griffin started with the 8. Kanoa almost in the same conversation with his 7.6. We had a lot of lead changes at the end, and that's going to fire up Kanoa.